line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up.
All the name for a good cause tonight, race fans. We are live here at Homestead Miami Speedway, and we present to you iCanSeymour's Racing Speed the Light 225 here on the show. Hello again, everyone. I am the Crusader Christian Star, joining you guys here today live for the 150 lap main event here we have got in store for you fans out there and drivers alike. The race set in motion and ready to get down to business. It should be a wild one and a fun one to call as the action is about to kick off here on the show. I want to say thank you as well to all those that have been able to tune on in tonight, as well as come on out to the track today for the Speed Light 225. Homestead Miami Speedway going to be the place and the shout out for these drivers and these guys to go at it head to head here in a very interesting setting. Michael coming on board and studio. Good evening and welcome to Homestead Miami Speedway. Welcome aboard here, Michael. Take a look at our track tech talk here before we get really into the action here and give a word to our sponsors. But here is your track tech talk, presented of course by the Convoy of Hope. And here's how it looks right now. Again, this is a 1.5 mile configuration, oval size, tough as can be. This is where you're going to really have to see a lot of trouble. I'll see a lot of drivers find multiple angles, multiple lines here. They'll try to head to the bottom more often than not, try to shorten the track out, run more to the middle of the extent, but the outside's definitely where a lot of these guys will be hanging around late into the run. A lot of pressure on these drivers to do good here, especially considering what they're up against and what they're about to take on. With that, race fans, I do want to go ahead real quick and give a big word and a thank you to the sponsors tonight here, as I will name them off. I will give you guys just a little insight about them and why we are here today. So let's get down to it, of course. Our first sponsor, one of the big thank you again, is the name of it all. It's the Speed the Light. So, Speed the Light is the student-initiated volunteer charitable program that provides much-needed equipment to missionaries across the nation in over 180 countries around the world through modern transportation, radio, television, print, audio, and digital equipment. Our missionaries can help make Jesus known If it has wheels or hooves and can carry a missionary to a country, city, town, village, or under a cardboard box where someone is waiting to hear about Jesus, Speed the Light has provided it. And then our friends over at Convoy of Hope, bringing hope to every area of need. Convoy of Hope is a humanitarian, faith-based organization on a mission to feed the hungry and bring hope to the communities that need it most. And then with the folks over at F.R.E.E. International. For many Americans who hear the words human trafficking, they think it's a problem that takes place overseas in some far-off country. They couldn't be more wrong. F.R.E.E. International. Find, restore, embrace, empower. Embrace and empower indeed. These drivers trying to empower those that go through a struggle through the times, as well as trying to find hope and religion in times of need, times of desperation. We'll give them another shout out and a couple more words here later on to the broadcast here, of course, but just wanted to get you guys in on that here. This is a charitable event and a very big race indeed. A lot of guys coming out here to try to put on a show, not only for their friends and family, but also for those that were able to come on to the show today to watch it out. 6 drivers so far registered in on the track and on the surface, but again, it's still early. We could see a few more popping in and popping around here. We'll certainly hope we do get more of them. Michael / Pat's fans asking what's the speed of light? 225, and well, I kind of named it off there, the speed of light, representing for missionaries as well as those that are trying to bring the word of Jesus to all that we can and can help forward to. Five minutes left here. And practice session there as the 5, that was Chris Vickers. This is the 7 at Connor Odom. Unfortunately, not exactly getting the easiest drive around here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Cody Hampton. That is the number 13. You'll also see the 42 of Jonathan Barbo. And the 22 of Josh McCoy. The other set, another driver here on the track and ready to reel it out. CJ Seymour as well. He is in the 47 camp tonight. Also want to give a big shout out to his YouTube channel, the iCanSeymour's Racing. Be sure to go visit up on YouTube, guys. He will be streaming on his end while we talk on our end here on a broadcasted setting here. You can feel the intensity to these drivers right now, just currently getting prepared up for the battle coming up here. Of course, there's going to be a lot of guys looking to try to make a big name for themselves and really trying to showcase their talents today. Get a look at all these trucks on the track here. Beautiful looking schemes on them. Some awesome designs. Some very cool looking rides here. Michael saying, if I ever did a race, I would do for Foundation America, do NF Foundation, American Cancer Society, and Childhood Cancer. Considering if I had cancer as a baby, and also have NF if I need to explain the truth. Yeah. Nah, Michael, I can understand. Michael, I think we're all good there, but it's a good thing that we at least were able to keep you around, because we definitely like having you around on Sunday nights. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left on the clock. Drivers just getting more and more warmed up by the minute. see 3 of our drivers right here in the lineup. Chris Vickers, you saw that 5 car going out on the track. Remember, we got Josh McCoy, Connor Odom, Chris Vickers already out there, Cody Hampton, Jonathan Barbo, and CJ Seymour as your main crux drivers here today. Ready to bring it out on the track, ready to bring it to the stage here. We're going to be entering into our STL qualifying session. Presented in part by ICanSeymour Racing. Like I say, it's no foreign bromer, not typhus, is what the thing he is talking about there. It's a bit crazy there, my friend. Last minute rounds around the track here. Of course, drivers right now probably just knowing and really shaping up for this one today. They know they got a lot on their plate and a lot on their mind. 1 minute left on the clock here before qualifying enters with a speed to light 225. Some of these drivers too, I gotta believe us, they're probably looking at the big picture, the overall situation, knowing they've got to really have to master and craft every ounce of run, every ounce of position here today. So the time has come now, race fans. Let's head it down to our Speed the Light qualifying session here. It is time to set it down here now. Presented in part by ICanSeymour Racing. This is your qualifying session now up on display here. 5 minutes will be given to them. You get 2 laps around the track, so pressure's on. Let's see what the drivers have in store for us. And it looks like we're going to focus in first up on the Until All Know number 47 here of Mr. CJ Seymour himself. Getting ready to get it out on the track here, and Josh McCoy already getting out on the circuit. To bring the big old red, white, and blue stripes with the gilt with an old AK-47. Oh, that's encompassing. They're going to fire this thing into the ground. Jonathan Barbo, the coffee or die black rifle coffee 42, also going to come out on the track. 3 Chevys, 2 Fords, 1 Toyota in this mix-up. Josh McCoy looking for the fastest time he can set here today. He's got a good run on the bottom lane right out of the gate. Looks like he's going to try to hold her down, trying to keep the speed up. Connor Odom getting out on the tracks. CJ Seymour with some problems there out of the gate coming out of turn number 4. Will cost him some time there. Down to the Barbo right now also trying to get his time set out on the track. McCoy's first lap. Should be a good one. And it will indeed be. It's a 33.38 for him. Jonathan Barbo off of turn number 4. His time is a 33.54. Off by about 1/1600 of a second there to the times. Chris Vickers now on the track and now on the show here. CJ Seymour 34.29 for his first time, way off the pace. Josh McCoy's last time around, there was a 33.38. That will be his time, and a 33.19 actually will set him on top for now. Connor Odom, though, close in the 33.29 for the number 7 camp. Chris Vickers, oh, that's not going to get you time. That's going to get you trouble. Vickers into the wall protection, and that destroys the 5 truck up a bit. CJ Seymour hits final time at 33.20, off by a 100 of a second. So he'll start right below Josh McCoy. Both guys dead even nearly with each other. Connor Earl's final time here. It'll put him on the top spot. He gets both of them for the price of one. The number 7 is now your number 1 seed. Well, Vickers definitely going to try to make a bit of a groundbreaker for himself, trying to hope for the best here. His time going to be way off the pace here. He'll put it well off charge, 38.16. Cody Hampton, the only one remaining right now not to have qualified here so far. And we're just going to see if he is going to bring it out on the track or if he is going to try to lay low for the time being and maybe just race it out from there. So right now, anyway, currently we are just getting kind of settled up on the track here. There may be 6 drivers, but hey, race fans, we can still get a lot of action out of that and still only 150 laps to the distance. I mean, that is still a decent charge and a lot of hard racing that can mix in between and really put these drivers on edge. So you can never be too sure, you can never be too crazy out here. You got to still perfect to perform at a certain level and a high level of expertise. So that can make things a little bit more interesting here as we get along for the ride. And it appears Cody Hampton will not be putting himself down on the track here. So that means we're going to get everyone now rallied up and ready to go here as we are beginning our beginnings to the ends of the meets. It is time, race fans, at last to begin the iCanSeymour Speed the Light 225 here on the show. So without further ado, race fans, let's head it on down to your gridding order presented in part by F.R.E.E. International. On the pole, it will be the number 7 of Connor Odom, the outside, and the number 22, it is going to be Josh McCoy. Here, row number 2, it'll be CJ Seymour, and the number 47, the outside, and the 42, that's Jonathan Barbo. Excuse me, Barbo, excuse me there. Jonathan Barbo there. And then finally, in row number 3, it'll be Chris Vickers, and the 5, the outside, and the number 13, it will be Cody Hampton. That is your starting lineup for this action here. The drivers right now getting onto the grid. Last minute adjustments being put onto the trucks. Field right now just trying to get squared up, ready to reel and deal it out here on the circuit. 150 laps to the distance, a long, long road ahead of them, and a long fight to go at it. But the pressure certainly will be on, and there will certainly be a lot of contingency mixed in between with this race. Makes you wonder more and more just, how crazy, how wild things can get here. You can see the focus and determination as our cameras roll onto the drivers here. Everybody right now just preparing for what's coming their way and what's coming up. The gridding order has now been commenced. It is time to send them on their way. We'll send them onto the track. Anticipation. The thrill and the spills. The chaos and the pandemonium. this sixth field of drivers right now ready for the action to commence. Bring him right around off of corner number 3 down into turn number 4 here. Connor Odom, Josh McCoy, CJ Seymour, Jonathan Barbo, Chris Vickers, Cody Hampton. Your Elite 6 ready to bring it to the house. Ladies and gentlemen, begin the Speed Delight 225 at Homestead Miami Speedway. And early on, the pressure boiling down there on Connor Odom, although there's a little bit of a problem down there. Odom, what is going on? The 7 got mechanical problems here. He's got a major problem. The 7, your fastest qualifier, is already in pit road. What on earth? Connor Odom already with mechanical problems down there, and the 7 going into pit road. Your fastest driver and the fastest seed passed down to Josh McCoy. As CJ Seymour tries to get right up there with him. Cody Hampton side by side right now, battling for second, trying to get to the front. We're on board with Cody Hampton. Well, whatever issues Connor had a minute ago, he got them fixed up, thankfully, but there were some major problems down there on that 7. Don the Barber right now currently looking on to the number 13's inside line, trying to hang it down there a little bit. Backs off, though. Diabetes 13 getting out of the throttle. But in turn, slowing up the 42 of Barbo as the 5 of Chris Vickers now into their gauges. Big jump on the outside here for the 5. Vickers trying to make a run for it on the 42. Both guys intervening around one another as well. Controlled pace and controlled alignment. Looking for momentum. And he'll carry it through. Nicely done there. Uh-oh. Hold on, Vickers. Hold on. Nice save. Rear end slipping out a little bit off of turn number 4 yet again. That is a slick spot area for these drivers, and there yet again just almost cost him dearly there. Well, you may have seen and heard this man's name before, CJ Seymour. Not only a prominent little YouTuber there on YouTube, but be sure to check him out on his ICanSeymour Racing YouTube channel to catch more of his action, more of what he's doing right now. I believe he is currently live in the car and in the truck, trying to hunt down Josh McCoy so he can give you a better mindset and frame of mind than what we can give you. But nevertheless, he's the madman that helped brought this all onto the track and the guy that helped get us to the show today. So a big thank you to him and trying to help spread the word out here for the Speed Delight. As well as, of course, F.R.E.E International and Convoy of Hope. If you did miss our little introduction to them, we'll have more on them here a little later on in the broadcast. It's currently right now action just kind of getting a little bit further around on the track. Connor Odom with some mechanical problems at the gate, had to pit out right away. Lost a lap in doing so, but the good news is he can get that lap back, barring a caution comes out, or barring he could get some little help from just kind of locking around the track and toe-tailing it here. Josh McCoy right now currently holding down the line, holding on the feet here as he's currently in 7 laps, 1 leader ahead. Connor led a lap, Josh has led the rest. CJ right now trying to use the flip tricks and tools he's learned from the Pedal to Metal Racing League again to actually just get a little bit closer around to the truck and get a little bit further into the run. Nose tire wear is a crucial factor here on this track, and very crucial to hanging on, but also crucial to keep underneath you when you're losing control out there. CJ nearly losing it in the corner yet again. That was the same corner earlier on too that bit him entering through one of the turns there in his qualifying practice line. Jonathan Barber, the number 42, Black Rifle Coffee Machine, trying to get up where to go to Hampton. As Hampton currently keeping the distance off the gap and keeping a controlled pace around right now. Lap 8 had a little bit of a time gap there between him and Barbo. Barbo getting 2 good laps there, lap 8 and lap 9. Gap starting to shorten. The orange represents the time that Barbo lost. The green represents the time he's gained. Not exactly what you want to see if you're at Hampton right now, but definitely what you want to see if we're in that Barbo camp. Well, Chris Vickers right now, I think really he's got a bit of a trouble right now just trying to get the truck to kind of calm down a little bit. May not be quite able to steer the truck all as much as he was hoping for there. Definitely seems like fighting that truck more often than not. That's something you don't want to do here, is give out too much and give up too quickly. Cody Hampton there parking it up on the outside. Jonathan Barbo now trying to look for the inside. Looking for a run there, coming out turn 2. Needs the speed to kick up just a little bit more. This isn't the easiest place to pass, but it's not the most difficult, not the most treacherous by any means. So all you gotta do is hope for a driver to make one little mistake and just kind of wake him in from there. That's exactly what they're hoping for and exactly what they're counting on. Hampton and Barber right now still driving it back at one another here, still keeping the pace, keeping it under control. Yeah, you can see Hampton too right now. Look at the eyes on the left side of your screen there. You can see the focus, the determination, just everything aligned itself beautifully here for him to stay into that 3rd position while at the same time dealing with Barbo behind him. CJ Seymour as well as Josh McCoy right now, they are both currently in a bit of a scuffle here, looking for a position and looking for some gains. CJ immediately trying to ruffle the momentum towards his way. So the stage break will be on lap number 50, by the way. Here there's a 70% fuel limit. They've got one fast spare but unlimited sets of tires. So a very intense little setup here going on for these guys, and as well as maybe just kind of putting the pressure on them as much as possible here. I'd say more than anything, they've just got to be very careful about when and where they choose to make their moves and make their lines up. Probably knowing the lap 50 though will be coming up quicker than anything. CJ probably looking at making a run for him here. Putting him down across the line into the chicane, down through turn number 2. ICanSeymour looked for an opening, waited it out. Now the long run starting to show itself. McCoy maybe feeling the pressure. Puts a little more speed on the outside. You gotta be careful though, driving up too high up there, and you find yourself in that flat spots off the exits. Turn 2 and turn 4 is especially egregious down there, especially with a little opening. It kind of shoots up on you if you run the middle line off too. I've been in down there before and I've hit it before. It really catches you off guard and completely out of control. Thankfully, both guys still able to revert around it and keep away from it. This is your battle for the race lead, ladies and gentlemen. This is a battle for the lead. 4 lap 50 stage break, of course, coming through on the inside. ICanSeymour right now looking good. Trying to get the action unfold, trying to get the until all know. Trying to put the message up to McCoy. McCoy, though, he put something else up there, which is right near the wall. Crossover through turn number 2. It is ICanSeymour, your race leader. And McCoy now dropping back down in, looking for the run. Crosses them back down around yet again here. A big move coming off here. Both drivers right in the mix. Inside down the corner, though. Now it is Seymour trying to cross him up again. Got to be careful. He can't overdrive the turns here, and he knows it. He's been on this track before. He's raced with some of the heaviest and the toughest drivers, and he's trying to prove he can win it out here on the show as well. Let's put on the best performance for him and his crew. But it appears that tire wear may have took its toll there. McCoy now making him suffer for it. The pressure mounted, the pressure folded him in. Caution flag is out. I believe that is a stage break here. So Josh McCoy going to take the stage break here and get himself some time to breathe a little bit more. Pit stops many, pit stops aplenty. Trying to drive him down into pit road. Let's see what happens here right now. McCoy going to be the first one on the bunch here. And Connor Odom, by the way, looking to get his lap back. ICanSeymour, Jonathan Barbeau also rocked in and loaded. 5 of Chris Vickers. All taking their time. See Josh McCoy taking fuel. Seymour, same thing. All 4 tires though going on Jonathan Barbeau. 7 of Connor Odom trying to get back into contention here. He will be back on the lead lap, I believe, so he'll be okay. Chris Vickers already out. Looks like left sides and right sides for Connor. All 4 tires. Popping around off of turn number 4 this time on by, race fans. Well, let's get back down to it. A good start. And Josh McCoy, iCanSeymour, Jonathan Barbeau, Cody Hampton, Connor Odom, and Chris Vickers. Gonna lay him down the bunch. Remember, we did not get to see what Connor could bring to the table here. I had to go into pit road right out of the first gate here on the first lap. McCoy still your race leader. Barber moving into second. CJ right behind him. Hampton, Odom, and Vickers leading into the field. Odom right now being very, very patient. Probably trying to play the long run game here. One thing I've noticed with these kind of trucks, these kind of runs here, of course, is the fact that that push and that shove isn't quite as hard as maybe some other cars could be, or as much faster than anything else. Remember, they are running on a 550 horsepower package, low downforce, but that right front wheel on these trucks certainly take the most blunt and the most braking of a punishment here. The right rear, second to worst here, but the right front definitely the one you gotta watch out for. Gotta stay under pressure, stay calm under the fuel lines here, really into the momentum here, and see what happens under the table. Barbeau looking on right now down through turn number 2 here. He's got Hampton and he's got McCoy right sandwiched in between, for a lack of a better term. Barbeau right now trying to get some run though on McCoy. Here comes the Black Rifle coffee machine. Connor Odom right now currently just trying to keep the pressure up there, trying to see if maybe he can bring some speed to the table. But he's not going to have much left when he's going to deal with old Chris Vickers here, sinking him on his inside. Good run off there by Vickers. Vickers able to take control on the inside corner, failing now taking control of that one there. Looking to catch up there to Hampton and the rest. iCanSeymour falling further back. Bit of a fall from grace, if you will. Remember those that took 4 sets of tires? They're the ones right now in the catbird box, if you will. The ones that are pretty much set for this one. I got to believe probably laid off on the tires for a little bit, kind of laid down on the track. Looking on at the overall situation, overall circumstances, now realizing may not have been the best circumstances to be put into. A little bit of draft help there from Vickers into Barbeau's camp. Hampton on the outside. McCoy slowing down a bit. Speed and power now being thrown at him. If you got 4 fresh tires on your truck, and you don't have somebody that has 4 fresh tires on it in front of you, well, there's only one way to go around it, and that is to make your move and make your mark here. And Hampton trying to do it. Goes to the top. He's got the run on the outside. McCoy, no answer to him. And the diabetes number 13 has got the race lead. Josh McCoy falling back. We have a new leader, ladies and gentlemen. Connor Odom right now looking on as the number 42 and the 5 going at it just a little bit, trying to see which driver can outclass and outsmart the other. Down on the inside, Vickers dropping down those. Let's see where this one can go. No room for error there. No room for that. Back to the inside though, and now McCoy with a good run there coming off of turn number 3 and 4. Hampton trying to use the outside as leverage. There is speed and power on the outside, but there's a lot of room for mistakes up there too. 3 wide possibly. Yes, it will be. Vickers closing the gap off a little bit. They are down on the bottom trying to drive it off. McCoy trying to gun back underneath the 42. Jonathan Barbo looking at it, run it right back on the outside. Can't quite get it there yet. Stays to the bottom. Remember what I said earlier at the top of the hour, just because there's 6 doesn't mean they can't put on a little bit of a show here. It's exactly what we're getting right now. The good 3 wide battle here in second and first. Oh, until that happens, unfortunately. Problems down there, Jonathan Barbo. Into the wall protection, the 42 smack dab in between. Nowhere to go. Vickers may have just tightened up a little too much and sent him back into the shadow realm there, unfortunately. Hampton and Vickers right now trying to stabilize down. They remain green. And Barbo right now cannot be a happy camper. Knows there's only one instant repair he can use. Now he's got to figure out whether or not he's even going to use it or not. Vickers down the inside. We've got a new leader there. There goes number 5. He's got the race lead. Trying to keep Cody Hampton and Connor hold them a little bit more on the offensive, a little bit more on the defensive side. He doesn't want nothing to do with them on defense. He wants to keep them on offense. Barbo with the damage on that left front, the rear wing, as well as the spoiler and the side of that truck, showing its ugly head there. Unfortunately, a massive, massive hit on the Black Rifle coffee machine. He still has some speed, he can carry it through, but I guarantee you frustration definitely has mounted up just a little bit more on his side. Hampton right now trying to keep his momentum up, trying to put the pressure down. The rest of the field right in pursuit, trying to look on. Odom to the inside, still trying to make a run on him and trying to get some momentum piled up. Coming on the inside line right now. Odom trying to put pressure there on the 13. Hampton and Odom still locking horns right now. This is our battle for second. Odom looked like he might have had a slight advance there entering into the exit, but didn't quite have the momentum to carry off from the exit. Hampton was able to exploit that, but Odom yet again going to try to cross over the track and then cross the 13 away. Vickers pretty much all left alone here. And he's not having any issues here, to say the least. ICanSeymour trying to make a bit of a resurgence, a bit of a comeback here. And talk about comebacks, Jonathan Barbo. That truck is long gone and destroyed, but yet it's still fighting. And CJ, oh my. just a little bit loose there off turn number 4, trying to square himself back out on the track. Man, just recovered, nicely done there, but my word, that could have been a bad spot if he could not get that recovered well. Josh McCoy literally showing you what happens when you don't take tires, you don't take any kind of sets to help yourself out here. Back down farther away than everybody else. Barbo again running on 4 sets, and he's going to need an instant repair up, or at least some damage repair on that truck for the next time he gets into pit road. Despite the fact he's carrying a lot of speed there at CJ, it isn't quite enough to keep the pressure on. Side by side still right now, CJ Seymour and Jonathan Barbo, man, these two just do not leave each other alone. They just won't get off one another's back, and the other just continues to try to fight wherever they can here. Connor Odeman made a good little run off there and pushed himself farther ahead there of Cody Hampton. Fritz Vickers really taking control of this race here from the initial contact and the initial situation that happened between him and Jonathan Barbeau. But after that, it's been pretty much just line it up and take it from there. Well, I'm not completely sure we're going to have ourselves a state break here on lap number 50, but if Vickers can just get it around here off the final set of corners, couple more laps remain. He will have himself a stage break here. Also, I had to clarify something. There's actually 3 tire changes available for this. So, fuel mileage remains 70% though. And also, there will have lap 20 and lap 110 and lap 140. The stage break at lap 50, it seems. And that is what I'm seeing. So yeah, there is a stage break here at lap number 50. Just heads up. Although Vickers, well, I was about to say, problem, some down there, and the caution flies out as Odom jumped right ahead of him there. I'm pretty sure Vickers was the race. Yeah, he was the stage winner there, so Vickers gonna get ahead there. Odom almost trying to make a little argument for himself there, I would say. Pit stops now being engaged here. Connor Odom gonna get right ahead of Chris Vickers here. Cody Hampton, Jonathan Barbeau, CJ Seymour, and Josh McCoy. So an insert repair used up. Barbeau will be out first. Hampton, Vickers, Odom, McCoy, and Seymour. And that is the field coming down around out of pit road here. Alright, race fans, before we head back to the green, real quick, let's have a word from our sponsors today here. We need to give a big shout out to them as well, so we'll be right back. Tonight's race presented in part by our friends at Speed Delight. Speed Delight is the student-initiated volunteer charitable program that provides much-needed equipment to missionaries across the nation and or over 180 countries around the world. Through modern transportation, radio, television, print, audio, and digital equipment, our missionaries can help make Jesus known. If it has wheels or hooves and can carry a missionary to a country, city, town, village, or under a cardboard box where someone is waiting to hear about Jesus, Speedlight has provided it. By our friends at Convoy of Hope, bringing hope to every area of need. Convoy of Hope is a humanitarian, faith-based organization on a mission to feed the hungry and bring help and hope to communities that need it most. And by F.R.E.E. International. For many Americans who hear the words human trafficking, they think it's a problem that takes place overseas in some far-off country. They couldn't be more wrong. F.R.E.E. International. Find, restore, embrace, empower. Big thank you to them as we try to spread the word out for them as much as they have spread the word out for us. To keep those safe and to keep those well educated in belief and in our lives. Green flag back on out. Let's get back down to it here, race fans. Well, whole shot or not, you gotta give it the credit's due to Barbo to get a run out of the gate. Vickers right now trying to keep the bottom line under his control. Josh McCoy looking to work his way around back at the boys here for taking up control of that first part of that stage. Leaning it back in. 1/3 of the way done with this race. ICanSeymour right now looking down low, looking to see where this one will go. He got a good run on Hampton, drives it up, and puts until all no 47 F-150 just right ahead. Back into the fray. Up to the front again. Vickers and Barbo about to go at it again once more. Remember last time though, tightened off the exits and tightened in the entries. Vickers got a little bit too close. Barbo gonna back it down, trying to avoid it. McCoy looking to get a run immediately as ICanSeymour also looking to try to take control of this race. Trying to dive it in the inside, just has nowhere to go. Figuring it right now. McCoy looking on, trying to see what he can bring to the table here at Vickers. Vickers trying to keep him under control. Chris Vickers right now defending the bottom lane again. McCoy looking to drive on the outside and see what happens from there. Coming back around on the outside again here. The 22 McCoy still lingering it right into the field and into the pack. Vickers though, still your racer. McCoy though looks like he's had enough. Wakes it in and throws the high hardwood. Drove a little higher on that middle groove and drove it high in the outside. ICanSeymour trying to get back down below and looking for the runoff. Gonna nearly clip the rear corner panel there. Gets it right off though. It is Josh McCoy, now your race leader yet again. Zero Clue Racing trying to take down ICanSeymour Racing here. Or Zero In Racing, I should say. Well, it's either two of the brothers, ZeroInRacing.com and then Zero Clue Racing. Depending on what side you're looking at from. I think that's Vickers' way of saying you got zero clue how to race if he gets ahead of somebody. I don't think CJ appreciates that very much. I think he's trying to get out of that line, trying to get a little bit more of a drive off. As he will indeed, but they are pretty close together, nearly touching there, entering the turn. CJ put the pressure on Vickers. Oh, Vickers getting into the wall protection though. Got himself a little bit of a nasty little slick and tick there. Kind of nicked himself off the wall, managing to keep it somewhat under control though. John the Barber right now currently just keeping his distance away here from Cody Hampton and Connor Odom here. Both guys having some good runs there out of the gate, some good little positions to stack up with, but didn't quite plan out or expect this run to now kind of start towards these guys here. Whatever I said about Vickers there, the early part of this race, I gotta give myself bit of a little reminder that I can't judge a book by its cover. Vickers definitely made a great triumphant fight back there late into the run, and now trying to make some moves here to hammer away. Seymour going to the inside right now, gonna force the line of McCoy. McCoy now has got the picture. And Seymour has got the lead. New leader now for the first time at the end of the day. CJ Seymour locking this lead up entirely. Josh McCoy looking on here, trying to keep the pressure on himself, trying to keep himself under control. Chris Vickers also trying to do much of the same here. Seymour right now, your race leader. McCoy still trying to hunt him down. Chris Vickers trying to get back into this run as well. Cody Hampton here starting to linger back around the track. As Connor Odom and Jonathan Barber also having some problems kind of staying to the pace, staying true to the momentum. They may stay true to the name of the Lord, but right now they are not quite finding the right speed and the right time here, but if they hang tight and keep up with it, who's to say what happens next? Field lingering their way down around the track here. It is about that time, though, race fans. We have now hit the mark. We've hit the spot. Let's hit the drivers just a little bit more. Hit that crank it, power it up, crank it up with us. Jesse Wilson coming on board saying, like to crank it up. Yeah, we'd like to crank it up a little bit too, Jesse. Thanks so much for tuning on board tonight. The going gets tough, you gotta crank it up just a little bit. And that's exactly what these drivers are doing right here and now on the show. CJ's been running the gas, running the field down, but Josh McCoy has completely taken a back seat around to him, but perhaps not for much longer. You can see the gap starting to swindle and dwindle just a little bit. Speed and raw power right now has kind of shifted over to the McCoy camp. Seymour well aware of that. We're halfway done with this race. The pressure's on. Seymour knows he's giving up some ground. He's giving up some room. McCoy right now needs to stay focused. Keep the pressure on him. Don't let things get too out of his hand, out of his reach. Just kind of watch the corners, watch the run. Well, Josh McCoy did have a little bit of time gap gained off of CJ Seymour, but he did not quite able to hold it out there long enough. And now the Glitch Graphic Gremlins on the attack on Seymour's end here. Vickers, Barbo, Hampton, and Odom right now, they'll separate out by their own spots, their own legs up here. And again, we're going to look at it from this point of view. They're currently fighting, scratching, and dealing with the pressure that mounts with the fuel, with the tires, with the overall run, the long run setting, that long run feeling. It really starts to pinpoint and make things a lot more difficult when you least expect it, and you really got to keep your pressure on just to try to stay somewhat relevant, somewhat under control. And at the same time, I presume, probably hope that that does not end up involving losing your internet connection. Funny story, like my internet service actually called me up the other day, said we were going to get you all squared up and get you some updates on some things. I get it all today, and I'm like, well, this is a nice time for it to show up. I still got to get a broadcast done tonight, guys. See what happens from there, so. has closed it back to 0.5 of a second here between him and Seymour. And Seymour now really starting to get a bit nervous here. Pit stops definitely need to be made. CJ gets in there quick. He'll let McCoy get him on by. We have ourselves a new leader. McCoy, your new leader, yeah, yet again. I believe so far everybody has chased the race lead except for Hampton and Barbo. Barbo, I think, barely had a choice in the lead there. Take a close look here at CJ. Left side, what's going on? Surprised he did not take the right side tires there. Right side's going off for Barbo though, so. Let's see if the left side, yeah, there we go. The 42 gets his left sides on. CJ may have taken the right sides there. I might have missed it. Yeah, it looks like actually he did not miss it. He did only just take left side tires and fuel to his run. Guess that's what our live timing sheets are telling me. He might have taken all four, and he decided had a really extremely quickly pit stop, but I don't really think that was the deal there. Josh McCoy now into pit road. Chris Vickers trying to hurry up and get up to him there. Vickers will go into pit road as well, it looks like. So, oh! Well, almost decided to completely miss pit road. The zero win, zero clue racing machine, I think, may have almost found himself trapped into the shadow realm. Some scrapes and bruises on that 22 camp. Look at this. Looks like maybe just all fuel here. Bit of a risky play, a bit of a risky move. I'm not so sure I completely like the strategy, but at the same time, I don't mind it. We'll see how it plays out, though. CJ gets ahead of him. Cody Hampton and Connor Odom have now headed into pit road. Diabetes number 13 of Cody Hampton and the Zero Clue Racing number 7 of Connor Odom have both entered into the fray. Hampton in first. Fuel going in for Hampton. Looks like no tires. Just fuel for him. Odom. Just fuel as well, it looks like. Yep, just fuel, and now back out on the track. And in that process here, no lead changes there. The Tower of Doom shows all and tells all. We are still needing to put about 70 laps on the marker here. Rolling up quick and rolling up fast. CJ Seymour still your race leader. Josh McCoy trying to get back up to him there. Jonathan Barbo trying to make a bit of a comeback here for that second spot. Every driver for themselves right now, pushing their luck and pushing themselves to new heights. Yeah, I don't know. McCoy was really looking at that long run as kind of a strategy or a pinpoint of accuracy. I know he's going to have to go back at a fuel mileage, though, and see what happens there. Barbo right now moving ahead there of McCoy. Seymour right now just trying to keep a distance away from everybody else. Here he is, your race leader. The field right now just stretching it out. Long run turns, long run scope. This is exactly what they needed to do here. Separating these guys out more and more as we go. Connor Odom, honestly, kind of the surpriser here. Honestly, considering the fact he was your #1 seed entering into this race, only to have everything completely taken away from him in some regards. I don't think it was any mind of his own. I think it was really just a matter of bad luck. Something goes wrong in the 7 truck. Now had to take really anything he could to get that truck fixed up and ready to get back out there. I mean, he's trying right now. He is hustling. You listen to that throttle rhythm too. You can hear the truck. It is completely swaying its way around the corners and around the track. Tightening up, trying to hold down the line, try to steer clear of any issues. Time to take a look at our best lap times of the day here, and right now last lap times were in the 34s, 33.82 though for Jonathan Barbo, trying to hunt down Seymour. 35s for the rest of the field down and below, McCoy, Hampton, Vickers, and Odom. 34.89 for Seymour. But the fastest times today here are set off by a 33.12. Josh McCoy narrowly and managing and navigating himself up to a good spot there. Exactly what he needed to do and exactly what he needed to bring to the table. And he was hoping for a bit of luck and a bit of help. And speaking of getting a bit of help, now look at this, up to the front. Barbo found a way around Seymour. And Seymour just completely overshadowed and overran there into the corners and around the track. Seymour, I don't think, realized where he was coming from and where he was at. We'll take a quick look at the P10 Race TV instant replay. The first time we've actually been able to get this out tonight, because I honestly did not see this coming. Presented by ICanSeymour Racing. Here is a P10 Race TV instant replay. Look at Barbo, man. Great shoot. Slingshots it around. Beautiful drive off on the inside, and that 42, man, what a pass by Barbo. Seymour then trying to defend him. Have a quick little duel, kind of a game of chicken, if you will. See which one blinks over the other. Seymour blinks first. Barbo takes control and took the race lead away. And that was your PTM Racing TV instant replay presented by ICanSeymour Racing. Nearly 100 laps in. It's the first time I've actually been able to bring that out tonight, so kind of a surprise there. We are down to the final 50 laps coming up this time on by. Jonathan Barbo absolutely dominating this later half, this later run. Off the distance here, corner number 4 here, and Barbo taking it in stride and conquering through it all. Race fans, when we come back, we're going to finish it out here at Homestead Miami Speedway. We'll be right back after this quick commercial message. Tonight's race here for the Speed Light 225 is presented in part by Speed the Light. It is the student-initiated volunteer charitable program that provides much-needed equipment to missionaries across the nation and in over 180 countries around the world through modern transportation, radio, television, print, audio, and digital equipment. Our missionaries can help make Jesus known. If it has wheels or hooves, it can carry a missionary to a country, city, town, village, or under a cardboard box where someone is waiting to hear about Jesus. Speed the Light has provided it. By our friends at Convoy of Hope. Bringing hope to every area of need. Convoy of Hope is a humanitarian and faith-based organization on a mission to feed the hungry and bring help and hope to communities that need it most. And by F.R.E.E. International. For many Americans who hear the words human trafficking, they think it's a problem that takes place overseas in some far-off country. They can never be more wrong. F.R.E.E. International. Find, restore, embrace, empower. A very big shout out to all those we are working with today here on the show and trying to bring some hope and regard and spreading the word as well of the Lord himself. Jonathan Barbo right now currently leading in the last bit of this race here. Remember, this was the same guy earlier on that got completely destroyed and damaged up on that outside wall. Only then have to try to resurge and reclaim. And he's been able to do that and then some here, and he needs it too. Chris Vickers and Connor Odom right now battling for the top 5 spot. At this spot here, Vickers in the 5, and the 7 is Odom. Kind of trying to hang on here, looking for an opening, looking for a chance here, some kind of roundabout way. These guys feeling the pressure, feel what's on the line here. They know they have no room to miss. So crazy to believe too. Homestead Miami Speedway, one of the hallmarks of NASCAR and stock car racing in general. Runs aero course infield to the extreme tendencies of the Truck Series oval to the Xfinity ovals, and even far beyond that what you would see coming with the Cup Series that run here once or twice a year. I've got many very big favorites in this track and a lot of big memories from this place. Of course, for me anyway, this is where I finally got my first season championship in general. Got that about 3 years ago, actually, to this day. I haven't really looked back since, and I still haven't been able to get a season championship since then, but might have a chance if you've been watching me on the Tuesday night end for Pushing Limits Racing League. Got a bit of a chance out there. We'll see what happens, but that's far between. Of course, though, tomorrow night we'll have Goat Racing League back here on the track on the Facebook Live channel. You'll see them in their Cup Series, as we'll see what happens when they get thrown to the wall and thrown to the test here. They, of course, will be racing down at Richmond Raceway, so stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for that action still to come tomorrow night. Also, be, of course, ready for what comes your way here on our Sunday night edition as well. Pedal Metal Racing League will be back at it. Connor Odom, by the way, making a good move there off Chris Vickers. Vickers finally alleviating some momentum and giving back to him. And then nothing going on Monday night, but Tuesday night we'll have a double header again. Push Limits and Goat. Wednesday night as well, we should be seeing the return, or excuse me, next Wednesday, the 2 Wednesdays from now on March 8th, that'll be the return of Six Sigma Sim Racing Pit Stall Racing Series. Coming back to you live for one more round of our series there. And caution flag flying out on the circuit here. That is a stage break there. It's going to give these drivers a little bit of a chance to breathe and think about this for just a second. You know, but what this caution is going to do too is it's going to really force those that were lapped down to have to make it a very tough decision and a tough call. Those that were on the trail end of this are now going to have to figure out whether or not, if they had used up all their tires, if they're going to be able to give up anything left on this track here. Oh, hold on a minute. Whoa, what on earth? Connor Odom, what the heck happened to the 7 cam? Went from bad to worse all of a sudden. What happened here? I'm not sure if Vickers may have just gave him a little bump there. Oh, yeah, he got a big bump. Oh, my. Vickers just completely got him under caution there. I'm not really sure what that was all about there. And the official's not agreeing with it either here. The 5 doing that little wreck there on the 7. Looks like he's going to get sent to back in the pack there for that little mistake. Jesse's saying we have a spin. Vickers letting him know. Yeah, he definitely let him know, but also can't be doing too much of that around here. Connor definitely not a happy camper, but hopefully the EOL kind of helps resolve that a bit. Again, if you cause caution at any time or cause a wreck, that technically is on you, so that means you go to the back of the pack. And I believe the drivers knew going in, don't be doing too many crazy things here. Connor will get a fast repair in. I think Vickers will get one too, but he's now going to have to charge from the back here for that one. Connor getting all 4 tires. He'll get it back out. CJ Seymour, Cody Hampton, they're both right now working on their trucks. Looks like tires going for Seymour and fuel as well. Campton getting out. Seymour will beat Vickers out of there. As Odom right now looking to try to get his lap back here. Vickers also a lap down here. I don't really think it matters all that much though. Odom going to get his lap back around the track. John Barbo, Josh McCoy right now, they're going to look on and they're going to be trying to figure out their strategies. This is their winning move here of the night. So 2 laps down for Vickers and Odom here. That may come back to haunt them unless another caution can finally come back out here. I just don't see it happening. We're going to be on the final legs of this race. This is what we call in racing the final drive, the final push, if you will. Hampton right now in the 13 trying to keep some momentum up. It looks like he's having some mechanical problems down there at 13. He needs to get it fired quickly and get it fired up. Not sure, maybe having some problems on the tires or problems in the truck. Does not look like it's 110% though. Barbo, McCoy, Seymour, straight line in the front and end of the pack and ready to stack in. Field about to rocket it down off the final turns. Here we go. This is it, race fans. One last drive, one last shootout. Green flag is out. On the Barbo, the 42 Black Rifle Coffee Machine, gonna bring it right into the picture. Josh McCoy also in that mix-up. McCoy trying to hold her down, trying to get some momentum kicking up. And the inside, McCoy looking for the race lead. Big jump to the inside in the Chevrolet Silverado right now of the red, white, and blue. Eagled up, McCoy has got the lead. Barbo and the Black Rifle Coffee Camp can't be too thrilled about that. Now looking to try to overtake and overshot him. Gonna dethrone somebody though. You best figure out how to catch him first. Chris Vickers right now lingering around, putting the pressure down. Connor Odom and Chris Vickers right now about to go at it again. Connor's still probably not too happy despite the fact him and Vickers are on the same lead in. Vickers gave Odom a little bit of a tag there under caution that probably was not necessary. Ended up causing Odom to have to take the instant repair and now hope for the best here for this final run of the race. Trying to hold on here. He's going to probably stay close to that draft here on Vickers and look for a little bit of a break or two here. CJ Seymour much of the way here. Rounding them out around the corners here right now. Odom looking like a madman on a mission here, trying to push his limits. Vickers much of the same. Cody Hampton and them also kind of firing around on the track and on the surface here. Every driver for themselves. Josh McCoy right now. Remember earlier on he was pretty much dominating a good chunk of this race. Now he's all but kind of figured it out. Taking control when he needed to and managing himself in every way he had to. "30 laps remain here. This has been a battle, a war of attrition, and a considerable drive along for many of these drivers. See that gap, man. That is a lot of gap swapping in between. Hampton hoping for a break, hoping for a chance. Coming right around right now, the gap has increasingly just closed down and thrown out the window with 25 laps remaining here, folks. McCoy only about 0.8 ahead here of Hampton. Hampton trying to steer clear of that number 13 Toyota Tundra. Knows he's coming up fast, but again, we've seen it before as someone possibly playing possum with them. We know Hampton has been driving a good run here, but McCoy, that start he had, that push he had out of the gate, that might have been a very ominous warning, an ominous sight here. Jonathan Barba right now, the number 42, Black Rifle Coffee, Coffee or Die, 42 Chevrolet Silverado. Kind of thrown in the middle of the pack here. And right ahead only of CJ Seymour, Connor Odom, and Chris Vickers, obviously a lap or two down in their cases. Vickers still probably can't be too thrilled about getting in there with some of the other drivers and losing out late in that run. He did take a stage, but then kind of got into it there with Connor there later on. Initiating that problematic little EOL that got thrown at him here, but rules are the rules. Swinging it loose, swinging it in. You can just see the power, though, of Cody Hampton, man. He just will not quit, and McCoy well aware of that. The Big red, white, and blue right now being targeted up on the circuit here. McCoy trying to keep pressure away. Hampton desperately trying to find a little bit extra give and a little extra momentum in his lineway and his sights. McCoy is now down to only 0.4 of a second. Hampton lingering through, trying to set the bar. And again, there's only 20 laps remaining. He knows if he's going to catch him, he's got to do it now. Hampton trying to hold him down. Coming off that back straightaway here, Hampton now has a little bit extra speed. The Diabetes 13 for the first time today could finally get himself into that top spot. Everybody has had a taste of it except that 13. Even Vickers, who won the state, had a taste of it. Connor Odom had a good taste of it for a time leading this race and leading qualifying for all of that lap. For unfortunately losing it out to a mechanical problem, but for Hampton, he has not had one sniff of it yet. 6 driver field and 6 drivers going absolutely to their limit, to their final drives. 18 laps remain. This time on by. McCoy now has got the picture. He's got company. And not only does he have company, he's got somebody that wants so badly to steal that spot away. Running him down on the back straightaway here. Look at this. Hampton, big run. Slingshot attempt coming up. Slight graze into the wall, though. Looked like it might have been Hampton. Saw that spark flying off there. Hampton may have drove a little too high into the wall. Sets him through the corner. Trying to square it back up. No damage on either driver. Both drivers are okay. Both trucks look good. McCoy, look at this. He's trying to throw him off, trying to put him into that dirty air, looking to try to get the airflow to kind of skirt, trying to take down the other team's run. Hampton knows that dirty air will not be able to get too far in if he can't draft him up. And because he had to make that drive up to catch him, now that speed off the tires is no longer a thing. If Hampton wants to make the run here, he's going to have to get out of that dirty air and then make a big jump to the outside or to the inside. McCoy is pushing himself up there, though. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake. You don't drive it on the bottom and then lift it up like that. That was a big mistake by McCoy. Here comes Hampton now. He smells blood in the water like the shark in the ocean. He's going for it all. Looking at coming in to investigate, and so maybe take a run for it. McCoy back to the bottom immediately, trying to close that gap off. Hampton tried to get a run there, driving it in the middle to run off the outside. That did not work. Wait a minute. Yellow is out, though. Yellow is out. Caution flag is out. I'm not completely sure where the caution was thrown for and where at, but it looks like there's some debris on the track, I would say. Either that or there was a stage break and I did not be aware of it before I entered this race. Well, that will put us in a 10-lap shootout now. As if these drivers had anything else really to worry about. Now they've got themselves even more craziness to fight with. pit stops. So many are going to be here. Pit stops going to be extremely important. CJ Seymour immediately trying to get the better of him out. Josh McCoy watching carefully. Connor Odom will be on the lead lap here. And he's going to take that lead back up. Oh, hold on a minute. Whoa, what on earth? Chris Vickers. Holy smokes. I don't even know what the heck happened to him there, but that did not look very good around that spot. That's not exactly a place you park a truck in, I will say. And a little puff of smoke there. I think he was trying to get into pit road, and then he just overshot his entire truck. Yeah, that's what happened. That truck went right into the ground. That's what it's like when you get trapped inside the barriers there, folks. Odom has gone into pit road, by the way, so that will set the bar back up. CJ Seymour, lap down, trying to get that back as well. Odom is on the lead lap right now, so he's currently trying to get the truck situated. Josh McCoy, Cody Hampton, Jonathan Barber right now are the front runners. ZeroInRacing.com, number 7, gonna get it back out on the track. This field of drivers right now absolutely hungry to take home a chance, an opportunity at becoming immortalized here on Pizza Race TV with a win. Vickers completely out of this race at this point. Nothing he can do about it. Cody Hampton, Jonathan Barbaro, Connor Odom, and CJ Seymour, the last remaining competitors looking for a chance at this. We will have 9 laps remaining coming to the line. The field is structured, the field is ready. What will happen next with 9 laps remaining? We will see if the top 3 decides to come back here and talk with us here at the very end. We'll see about that here. Time has come now, race fans. The opportunity is at hand. The chance of a lifetime up for grabs. 9 laps remain. Who will claim victory today? The speed, the light 225 is about to come to a swift and good and a hard end here, but that is not without its merits. Top 5 on your screen, and a chance now to bring yourself into immortalization. Green is out. And Chris Vickers, well, I said he was out of the race. Well, apparently he's back in it. He just came flying in like a harpoon gun. Just threw that thing straight around as the drivers were going green. I don't even think they were expecting him there. We're going up there. Josh McCoy immediately with company to the inside. Cody Hampton looking to try to finally get it done here. Going for the run. McCoy drives it deep into the 5. And Hampton clipping Vickers right in front of him. No room for error, and yet again Connor Odom, no error to go, gets into his wall protection, overdrove the corner and sends him back on around. Jonathan Barbeau getting right ahead of Hampton and Seymour, and maybe the only chance Hampton had just got completely thrown out of here. Front nose damage on that Toyota Tundra. I don't know how bad that is going to be, but it looks like the truck may be having a lot more worse for wear than he thought. Frustration definitely boiling over, and it just got even worse. The rear end kicking out now on that 13. You can see he's hammering the throttle, trying to get the truck to take a set. The truck won't go, though. It just can't get that much speed and that kind of grip with a track this slick. 7 laps now, about to turn into 6 laps to go this next time around. McCoy literally just catching a huge break and catching a momentous occasion there. Made the right moves at the right time. Vickers just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But the downside, though, is he still has one more driver to deal with. As the caution flies on out, there's problems down there. CJ Seymour is in the wall protection down off of corner number 4 into the front stretch. And I think CJ may be, unfortunately, in and out of this one. Well, I mean, in some ways, I don't blame Cody Hampton for driving as aggressively as he did, but still knows there is a fine line and a limit to this. Drove right up, caught CJ, and CJ had nowhere to go. And Vickers, oh! And Vickers just literally, as we're coming back on the coverage here, Vickers just went right into the 13. Again, having troubles braking. Hampton has an EOL he's going to have to serve, but Vickers right now not exactly making it easy on himself either here. I don't even know what is going on with that 5 cam down there, but that is definitely not what anybody should be doing there. I'll say that much. Well, CJ Seymour finally going to get it out of pit road, but the frustration definitely has got to be setting in a little bit. And Josh McCoy right now probably just wondering how the heck he's going to keep Jonathan Barbeau behind him, as well as dealing with Connor Odom and Chris and Cody Hampton when he can get that truck back out on the track here. CJ trying to hurry it out, back out in a position, back into place here. Hampton trying to look on. Knows his hopes are slipping away a little bit to win this one out, but still has a chance here. This will be a green-white checker finish now coming up, folks. For those that don't know what a green-white checkered is, it's when we throw the green flag out first. They go one time around, we throw a white flag out, and the next time around, it's going to be a checker flag. And that means the race is done and over with. Well, here we go, race fans. Time has come. Double filed in and sent it on its way. Opportunities right now setting in and really giving everybody a chance and a really hard run to deal with right now. If Hampton wants any chance, he's going to have to get around traffic. If Connor Odom wants to catch Barbo and McCoy, he's going to need to finally get something dialed up here. And then you got the wild cards of Seymour and Vickers, depending on how they want to handle their situation here. Perhaps for the final time today, race fans, this is where it all comes down to the line and the speed to light restart zone. McCoy launches them off. Barbo immediately trying to catch the draft off. Barking him down around the track. Barbo looking to the inside. No room there. Odom trying to stay with it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your white flag lap presented by ICanSeymour Racing. Odom trying to hold on. Hampton trying to get a last minute push, maybe one last draft, but he's not going to have enough time either. Down to the back half, speed kicking up off of turn 3. Down in turn number 4, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be indeed Josh McCoy holding the field off. He wins the Speed to Light 225 at Homestead Miami Speedway. Crowned the winner and crowned victorious tonight. Josh McCoy will hold on and take this one home to victory lane in a wild, wild fight from point A to point B. The 22, Josh managing to take control early and never, ever looked back. And it's celebration time for the 22 camp. What a win. What a race, race fans. Here is your final results presented in part by F.R.E.E. International. Josh McCoy frees himself to get to victory lane. Jonathan Barbo taking home a nice second place. Connor Odom going home third. Fourth, we'll go to Cody Hampton. Fifth to Chris Vickers. And CJ Seymour taking home sixth, rounding out the field tonight. The iCanSeymour's Speed Light 225. Well, only really one thing left to do, race fans. It is time to talk with the top three drivers here now. Joining me here is your third place finisher today, piloting the number 7 today, Connor Odom, with a long, long road to get to this point. But Connor, congratulations on that here, sir. And really talk me through this one from the start of it. You literally had mechanical problems, and you end up having to go down into pit road on the first lap. What went wrong down there, and then how were you able to kind of get yourself back into the front here?
Yeah, I actually I don't have much experience doing the starting zones. So I actually had a jump start black flag off the starting zone. So I had to go do a drive-through penalty on the first green flag. Also don't have much experience with tire management. So I was kind of doing follow the leader for pitting for tires. And I probably could have made some better decisions with that, but overall, I mean, it's the last long endurance race that I did was nowhere near as good as this one, so I had a lot better of an experience this time.
For sure there. Now, I'll kind of ask you this too. I mean, you had multiple angles, multiple lines to have to deal with, and a few drivers there as well that really kind of hammer down and keep up with there. For you and this team, though, I mean, does this third place at least satisfy you and at least give you a kind of a sense of confidence here for the next time you go running it out there on the track?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, everybody out there was, seemed to be really clean. The only person I had consistent contact with was my buddy Chris Vickers, the number 5 car, and we tried to keep that limited to practice and after the checkered flag. But it's hard to resist just contact with a friend. But I mean, I couldn't be happier with third place, and I haven't been sim racing for very long, and I look forward to continuing, just seeing where it goes.
Absolutely there. Well, hey, man, last thing for you. I mean, you got yourself into a podium. You got some people to thank. Who are those people to thank today?
I mean, Chris, I drove his sim for the longest time before finally being able to convince myself to take the leap and get my own. So definitely him, and CJ for putting on such a good event. I mean, this is the only other league that I've done is the collegiate league, and I gotta say this is way more organized, and everybody seemed to be way more clean. So he really created a good environment.
For sure there. All right, well, Connor, man, congratulations. Take this one home for third today here in the Speed Delight 225.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good night.
You too. Ladies and gentlemen, third place finisher today, Connor Odom. Second place finisher today will, of course, be Jonathan Barbo. I do not see him joining us here in the minute here, the time that we have got right now, so we'll give him at least a couple more minutes here while we interview in the guy that will take one spot ahead of him. Ladies and gentlemen, the man that holds on for the last bit and hangs it in tight for the finish. Ladies and gentlemen, the 22, Josh McCoy wins it out here in the Speedlight 225. Josh, man, this truly was an endurance and a fight out from point A to point B, having to hang on for this long. And really, my friend, I got to ask you, I mean, what is going through your mind, and who do you really kind of see to as being the one that got you to be able to get this kind of control in this day today?
Man, I just been practicing like crazy. That's about it.
That's about it, and just keep finding all that run and finding all that practice you needed here. Tell me, man, I mean, with everything that went into this truck and into this ground today, I mean, could you really have asked for anything better, or really, was there any times you were a little nervous that maybe they were going to come and catch you there at times?
Oh no, man, I was able to make my tires that last set of tires last till that last competition caution there. So I felt pretty confident in that. Say that first corner going into 1 and 2, 42 had a good run on there for me, but I don't think he slipped up coming around. I was able to pull away from him.
He slipped up, gave you that chance, to give that opportunity today. So, McCoy, you are going to be the race winner here on the show. As always, man, I had to ask you, who do you want to thank here for this victory today?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna thank my wife for letting me spend all my time doing this. So goes to her.
I think she'll definitely be happy about that tonight here, McCoy, man. Congratulations on this and a well-earned, deserved win today, sir.
Thank you, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner today, Josh McCoy, bringing it to victory lane. What a night. What a performance by all involved. And race fans, thank you all so much for coming on board here and tuning in with me. Big thank you to everyone new. If you are new to the channel, be sure to head on over to our Facebook as well. Like, follow us up there. Subscribe here on YouTube for more action, more coverage. We'll get more of that in the near future. Big thank you to Speed the Light, Convoy of Hope, F.R.E.E. International, and of course, ICanSeymour Racing for their support throughout the show and this event. We can't do it without you guys and them as well. Thank you all so much for tuning on in, and until the green flag flies next time on PT Race TV, we'll see you then. Thank you so much for tuning in to the showcase here for Speed the Light 225.